G'day guys, it's Pete here going in with another Clash Royale video. Today I've had a request from a subscriber to go in with a balloon cycle deck. This is the one that I'm going to be running. It is a very well-known meta deck. The reason why I like this deck, and I'm running it slightly different to the meta, it's got the Tesla Tower instead of the Inferno Tower. I find it a bit easier on the cycle. I find it really good against defending against Mega Knights, Pekkas, as you can distract them from, I guess, getting a hit off on your tower, and it's a bit faster of a cycle than a Tesla Tower. With this matchup, guys, you want to do two things. You want to be aware of your opponent's cycle. So if they do play an air countering troop in the back or they've cycled in the other lane, you can counter push with a balloon. And also if they play something really, really heavy and you know they don't have the elixir to defend a balloon, you play the balloon at the bridge and you can either back it up with a miner or play it solo with a ice golem and see how you go. And that's the key trick to this matchup. You're going to use your giant snowball to help with the miner interaction on the tower and also defending and also eliminating defending troops against the balloon. So for instance, spear goblins, bats, minions, and that, although it might not kill the minions, it can give you enough time to get a hit off on the tower. So we're going to jump into a classic challenge. 2 losses and 1 win, guys, so definitely not a good record at the moment in this classic challenge. I've been running some random decks, but let's see how we go. So versing Hamid, wish him good luck from Staps14. I'm going to cycle an Ice Golem in the back. He's going to go most likely for the clone deck. No, bit of a random matchup. Here we go. I'm going to go for a Musketeer in the back. We're going to push opposite lane as well, just to keep pressure, whether he's actually playing or not, but we're just going to give it a go. Doesn't look like he's playing. Isn't that lovely, guys? Sorry. We're still going to keep this video in because it's too hard to edit and cut out. Especially when you're a novice editor like myself. So do any of you guys run balloon matchups? If you do, what's your favorite balloon deck? Do you like the P.E.K.K.A version? Do you like the Giant version? Do you like the Cycle version? Do you run Lumberjack Freeze? What are your favorite matchups when it comes to balloon? What are your favorite decks when it comes to balloon? Wish him well played. Give him a bit of a trophy kiss. I'm going to jump into another matchup. Thank you, Hamid. Don't know why he would throw away a match, but I appreciate it. Let's go into match number 2. So versing what may be a very top opponent. Cannot pronounce your name, but good luck. So we're going to start off with a Ice Golem in the back. Can sometimes be risky because you can use that to kite a lot of cards, but with this particular starting hand, there's nothing else that I really want to cycle. I'm going to cycle a Snowball. It's either running something quite heavy, or he's just being extremely patient to figure out what I'm running as well. Because we've got Tesla in hand, I am going to cycle a Musketeer. He's probably got the Mega Knight deck that's going around at the moment with a miner. Let's have a bit of a geeze and see what he's running, eh? If you see a miner coming down, there's a mini P.E.K.K.A. I'm going to go for a Tesla. I'm going to play some skeletons and also an Ice Golem. It's okay. Not a bad interaction. So because he played his bats, guys, we're going to push opposite lane. Doesn't really matter, I just don't want to go in the same lane as the mini P.E.K.K.A. I'm going to snowball that away. We probably won't get a hit off, but I just want to get some chip damage off the tower anyway. And we're definitely going to get... Oh, we do get a hit off and we get the death damage. So there you go. That worked out quite nicely. We're definitely below on elixir now, so we need to be quite mindful of that. We're going to go for a Barbarian Barrel and also a High Tesla. That way we're distracting. We make the wall breaker run from one tower to the other, and that was actually quite a nice interaction. We couldn't defend the miner just given the elixir that we had, so we're just going to let it go and be a bit more patient now. He does have mini P.E.K.K.A back in hand, and he has cycled his bats again. He's running Mega Knight, so I was right on the Mega Knight, just not the deck that I thought he was running. So we're going to wait till we get closer to around the 9.5 elixir mark. I'm going to play a Musketeer in this lane, and then I'm going to go for a Ice Golem just a little bit deeper. It's fine. We're going to go for skeletons, and we're going to go for a miner. This is where your miner comes in hand, guys. And I'm also going to go for a defensive bar barrel. And we shouldn't take many hits here at all. We might off these guys. We're going to go for a Tesla. If we get it down in time, awesome. And that's going to defend against the miner. And again, you can see I don't have a whole bunch of heavy spells, but I'm getting him to split his damage. So I'm actually quite happy with that. You can also tell that I'm not cycling my balloon because he's got Musketeer in hand. He hasn't played it. He's doing quite well on that front to keep the Musketeer in his hand. So I'm just going to go for a Musketeer in the back, as he does. He's got no air countering troops at the moment from what I can tell. So I'm going to cycle a balloon. He might have a big spell. That balloon should get a hit off on the tower. I know he's got Zap, but I don't think he's going to use his Zap on my Musketeer, and that's why I played the Ice Golem in front. If he did, it would have been a little bit silly on his end, because Sorry, I do apologise, guys. I was just making sure that nothing happened. So he had to zap my balloon so he didn't get an extra hit off and lose his tower. So if he did zap my my musketeer, then it's really good game on the left tower. The tower would have been gone, and that's why the balloon did get away. So we know he's got bats in cycle. We're going to go for a snowball. I'm going to go for a musketeer. He's going to fireball. That's a well played. I'm going to go for some skeletons so I can just get back to a ice golem. I'm going to go for a Tesla if I can get there in time. I'm going to snowball this. Whoop! That worked out quite nicely. Sorry for the glitch in my voice, guys. It's, yeah, a bit of a high pressure match. I'm going to go for a defensive miner again and another musketeer. I don't mind. Normally you can place that a little bit better so the Mega Knight does not jump. But again, it doesn't really bother me at the present moment. I'm just trying to defend and get a nice interaction. And that should cancel that out pretty nicely. And we take one hit from the miner. So he's going to play his wall breakers. Assumingly, I'm going to go for a Tesla and I'm going to snowball. And I'm going to go for a miner on the tower. He's got bats in hand. So he's going to defend with bats. I'm going to defend against the musketeer. She's going to get a few hits off, which is okay. I'm going to predict where the miner was going to go. Got it wrong on the prediction, guys, but that's okay. I'm going to get some snowball chip value. I'm going to go for a defensive miner again. And also a musketeer. So that ice golem is pretty much being wasted, obviously, as you can tell. We're going to go for a bar barrel to try and take out that musketeer. And then the ice golem, sorry, then the Mega Knight will move backwards. I'm going to go for some skeletons. And then we're going to go for a ice golem. Going to go for a giant snowball as well. You can see, guys, we've barely taken any damage from the wall breakers. Done quite a nice job on that front. I'm going to go for a miner. So he's just trying to outcycle me now. So now I'm going to push for my miner. Get the snowball off, and that should be GG's. Well played. So I could have been a bit more aggressive. I just wanted to defend, and then once I know he had overcommitted on the attacking front, I was able to get my miner down. He could only defend with the bats. I threw a snowball and got the victory. So that's how I'd interact with that particular matchup. I'm going to go in for one more. Searching. So versing this person. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name, but good luck. As I said, guys, you want to be patient with your balloon unless they cycle a counter air troop straight away. So there you go, he's cycling his bats. Everyone's running this Mega Knight deck, guys, so just be aware of that. It's a Hog Rider. I'm going to go for a defensive miner and a snowball. Unfortunately, we didn't have skeletons or the Tesla in our hand, but that's okay. So we cycled 2 counter air troops, guys. So that for me is the green light to go in with the balloon. If he has rocket or something else or tornado, then unfortunate. We hopefully can still get a hit off there. Was it okay? No, we won't get a hit off. We may get the death damage. So we're going to defend the musketeer lightly with some skeletons, denying all hits, and that death damage brought us back into contention with this matchup. So a little bit unfortunate they had Ice Spirit and Fireball in hand, but now we've got a good idea as to what he's running, so I'm actually quite happy with that. I'm going to go for a Ice Golem. Then we can predict a Hog Rider. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to go a bit high in case he does have Earthquake. And although he can still get the tower there, it's just mixing up the placement a little bit so he's not completely aware as to where I'm going to go. I'm going to go for a Miner on the tower. I know he's got Musketeer in hand. He's going to maybe think that I'm cycling Balloon. And I'm just going to let the Miner get some chip off and leave it at that. I'm going to go for a Musketeer on the left-hand side. I know it gives him Fireball value, but if he takes the Fireball value, then I'm happy to cycle my Balloon in the other lane. That gives us great Barbarian barrel value, and now I'm going to push in with my Balloon. Awesome. He can go for his bats. I'm going to predict bats. Probably in the wrong position. Definitely in the wrong position, but that's okay. Well played. I'm going to go for a Tesla. Oop. Pulled it off very, very fortunately. Just running a bit low on Elixir. So if I predicted that Balloon placement, it would definitely would have got a nice balloon. Sorry, if I predicted the bat placement, we would have got a nice Balloon hit off on the tower. That's okay. It's all about trial and error, and that's why you have to be cautious with your predictions. So I'm going to build up some Elixir here, guys. Going to double Elixir, so I'm going to go for a Miner. He does have a fast cycle, and he also has there's the Mini P.E.K.K.A, which I was expecting, and he's also got Fireball. So we got to be I am giving him a bit of Fireball value, but we need to be a bit mindful of that. So he's gone really heavy. Oh, sorry, my 10% battery popped up. Oh, very close, very close. We should hopefully get a hit off there. I was very fortunate because I was not able to see what was going on given the battery percentage notice that came up on the screen. I played the Musketeer in that position so we can take out his Musketeer and still keep ours alive. I'm going to go in for a Balloon and a Miner, and then we can wait and be a bit more patient with the bats. Go for bat placement right there. Oh! Sorry for the sound effects, guys. I just get a bit excited. I'm going to go for a high Tesla. So I'm going to defend this hog a little bit more than we probably need to, just to minimize as many hits as we can. He's going to go for a fireball, or at least I would assume to go for a fireball. If he cycles a musketeer, I'm definitely going to go for my balloon. I'm going to go for a giant snowball anyway. Just try and get some more chip off that. I'm not going to save that musketeer. I'm going to go for skeletons. Now a musketeer. I'm going to go for a high Tesla, and I'm going to go for my ice golem. I'm going to go for a miner, and I'm also going to go for a giant snowballer from the tower in case he goes for a mini P.E.K.K.A, which he does. Oh, very unlucky. Very unlucky. I'm going to go for a Tesla. Go for an ice golem. Go for a miner. Well played. And snowball. So you can see how he tried to outcycle him, guys. Well played. I predicted that he was going to go for a mini P.E.K.K.A, but I just missed the... well, I didn't miss, but my miner wouldn't retarget onto the tower despite the snowball. So guys, that's how I would run that particular deck. This is a balloon cycle deck as requested. We versed two pretty fast cycle matchups. We versed this matchup here, so it's again for a Mega Knight deck, it's really, really quick at 3.5 elixir. And again, you could see how we're being really, really patient. We waited until we had the opportunity to take the tower, and I was being very, very cautious with the defense. I don't. What I would recommend with this matchup is probably playing it similar to a 2.6 or a 2.9 Expo. Sorry, 2.6 Hog Rider or 2.9 Expo. And that is once you get the majority of the tower health down. So if I jump into that video again, guys, just towards the end, once we got the balloon death damage off and the balloon hit, you didn't see me cycle another balloon. It's a big elixir investment at 5 elixir for something that might not necessarily come off. So once I got the death damage there, and once we'll just keep going a little bit further, just so you can see what I'm explaining here. So we're going for miner chip, awesome. We cycle a snowball eventually onto that tower. That was excellent value. Again, although we missed the bats, we got chip off that tower with the snowball. And you'll see eventually, once we get to the right moment in time, I stopped cycling balloons. And that's because, as I said, it's a big elixir investment for something that might not necessarily come off. We get the balloon hit there, awesome. We're down to 800. And that, I think, besides this last balloon here, that's the last balloon that we cycle. We get the tower down to 360, and now from here, we're just playing chip. I'm playing in miner. It's like a miner poison deck. I'm just playing the miner to get some chip, and then the snowball as well to get additional chip. Bang! Unfortunate there with a mini P.E.K.K.A, but we get the splash damage from the snowball, and then we get the miner on the tower and go for the win. So I wouldn't, when I've got 300 damage left on the opponent's tower, I wouldn't be cycling balloons to try and take it out. I'd be cycling my miner and my cycle cards to distract his opponent, to distract your opponent's troops, and then cycling miner and giant snowball as your win conditions in that there. So getting the chip spell value and also using your miner for additional chip. Also, with your miner placement, you want to mix it up. Like you saw that I went from the outside to the inside, inside to the outside. I played it in the back once as well to distract my opponent's troops as well from where I was. So that's one thing that I'll definitely be aware of, is mixing up your miner placement. The one place that I wouldn't be playing it, I can't really show you guys, but is on the inside. Actually, if I go into one of these matchups just quickly, training camp, yes. So the one place I wouldn't be playing my miner, guys, is if I have it in hand. I don't. Let's just cycle to a miner. I wouldn't be playing my miner here, and the reason being is because the other tower can target where the miner is. If you move it in, it was a little bit off, but if it's a bit further up, the other tower on the left, the other princess tower can target it. And then again, I wouldn't be playing your miner anywhere else besides the safe zone. I'm just going to quickly cycle back to another miner just to show you again. I wouldn't be playing it anywhere else but the tornado safe spot until you know that your opponent doesn't have tornado. But when it comes to double elixir, putting your miner in unorthodox positions is key to getting miner chip damage. So the safe spot is just here. That's where you go to not get a king tower activation if your opponent uses tornado. But if you push it, for instance, I think it's here, sorry, it's really hard to see. If you go there, then see how the other princess tower locks onto it, and that you're pretty much halving your miner's health. So you don't want to go there unless you're getting a lot of chip and you can outcycle your opponent and then try and have them guessing where to play. Let's exit this matchup before we get 3 crowned against Trainer Cheddar. Guys, that's the end of my video. I hope you have a really, really good day. As you can see, my clanmates are requesting a friendly battle and want to try out a new deck, so I'm going to jump back into that. I really appreciate you guys for watching this video. All the best on your ladder push this season. I keep saying I'm going to push ladder, but I haven't actually done so just yet, but I'm going to try to get to 6,000 trophies by the end of the week. If you have any comments, please drop them in the comments below. Please follow me on Instagram if you have any questions and drop them in the DM. My Instagram is @PeteCR_, And yeah, guys, I really appreciate it. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and have a really good day.